24th ranked North Texas met up with number 20 Tulane, with the winner seemingly locked into a playoff as the American Conference winner. The Green Wave with their fourth straight title game appearance and were a perfect 6-0 at home this season, Casey.
Yeah, John Summerall trying to lead Tulane to an American championship before going to my alma mater. Pick it up in the first quarter. Tulane down 7-0, 4th and goal. Jake Retzlaff takes off, crosses the goal line, game tied at 7. Second quarter, game tied at 7, North Texas ball. Drew Mestemaker hits Caleb Hawkins down the middle of the field, but he takes a shot and the ball is out. Recovered by Tulane with room to run, and down the sideline, a Green Wave goes. Game tied at 7. Tulane ball, Jamari McClure beats the defender to the edge for the touchdown. Green Wave up 14-7.
Tulane up 17-17. Retzlaff takes the direct snap under center and gets the push and gets over the goal line. Green Wave go up 24-7. And in the third, North Texas down 24-7. Mestemaker looking for his receiver, but it's tipped and picked off by Chris Rogers. Look at him go to the end zone. Tulane runs away and wins 31-21. Tulane's second American Conference Championship. They won another one in 2022.
Yeah, 34-21 is your final. But, guys, we've been looking at this Tulane team. And, Adam, Tulane in the playoff, does that speak danger to all the other teams?
Yeah, it's dangerous to a lot of teams, especially with a quarterback like Jake Retzlaff, who played so well and efficient in this game. Jake Retzlaff is one of the most experienced quarterbacks in college football. He's played 5 years of college football, 4 different schools. And in this game, he took care of the football, was efficient with the ball, threw for 145 yards passing. But the most impressive thing was on the ground. Ran for two touchdowns. Now has 16 total rushing touchdowns this season, 3rd in school history. Look at the wheels right there, getting in the end zone. He's experienced. He gives his team belief and confidence. And most importantly, he doesn't turn the football over.
Usually I'm not in favor of the quarterback being the leading rusher for a team. It usually just screams, man, you got to keep this guy upright and take care of him. But Jake Retzlaff takes this responsibility, and he knows when to do it, and he's smart about it. His decision-making process of when he runs, when he gives. And he's got 2 good, amazing freshman running backs, kind of a 1-2 punch in the backfield behind him, Javin Gordon and Jamari McClure. These 2 guys are getting it done on the ground. We saw in the highlights them making plays. Look, I'm all about the quarterback in the +1 run game as long as you have a nice complement, and this offense screams balance. Talked about him leading the way in terms of touchdowns, but they've got a lot more balance than just Jake Retzlaff in this offense. I like the balance that they play with, and they're able to impose their will because you don't have to stop. You got to stop basically more than one aspect of this offense if you're going to stop the Green Wave.
Look, this Tulane team is a sneaky team. They can come up and hit you in so many different ways. They can say, you know what, we're going to line up and run the football and use our quarterback and his legs to be able to create some lanes in the open field. And then you'll have to maybe spy him a little bit, and then we can kind of hit you over the top on the outside edge with some of our playmakers. But you have to love this football team. You have to love the way John Summerall has his team playing, especially in bigger moments as we've gotten later in the season. I know they had that couple, that tough blemish versus UTEP, or it was a UTSA earlier part of the year. But nonetheless, all they've done is gotten better since that moment. They've been able to rebound. They've been able to make quality decisions on both sides of the ball. And this team rushes the passer up there with the best of them in the country. That's one thing you have to love about this squad.
I want to go back offensively because you guys were talking about the performance of Jake Retzlaff. He came into this game one of 3 FBS players with at least 14 passing touchdowns, at least 14 rushing touchdowns this season, added 2 more in this game. Certainly, like you guys mentioned, could be a very scary team. And speaking of, with Tulane winning the American, they appear locked into the playoffs. So how much danger is this team? And just how do you see them advancing in the bracket, Kevin?
Well, I don't think they're a team that anybody wants to face. I think the one thing that you have to do objectively is look at this Tulane team and look at their complete body of work, not just the blemishes on their schedule. Like, you have to look at people and who they are more consistently on a consistent basis. And this Tulane team, if you regard them lightly, you're basically going to overlook all the great things that they're doing right now in this moment. And this is when you want to be playing your best football. Whatever things that they had to work out, whatever issues with pass rush, whatever the balance between Retzlaff and those 2 running backs in the backfield, whatever they needed to figure out, they got it figured out. And right now, they are the best version of themselves. So to me, a team, and I'm taking this from you, Adam, you said this earlier, and it just stuck with me. a team with nothing to lose out of the group of 5 going into that situation, they're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at whoever they face in the first round.
And the thing is, like you just said, they're a team that has nothing to lose, and whoever they play in the college football playoff, they'll automatically be going in saying, this is Tulane. We're going to go out and dominate them. And that's when they're going to be surprised with that left hook that Tulane throws with Jake Retzlaff. I mean, this is a team down the stretch that could be incredibly dangerous, and more so, it's going to be because of the way that you're going to envision them, the way that you're going to think about them as just a group of 5 team that happened to get inside the college football playoff, and they're going to be that quote-unquote Cinderella story. Well, no, this Cinderella story can most certainly play. They'll find that shoe at the end of the night.
Yeah, I love it. I agree. I think Tulane's going to be dangerous in the playoff. And as it sits right now, as the 12 seed in the playoff, they'd be playing the 5 seed, who would beat Oregon if nothing else changes. That Tulane-Oregon game, I mean, Oregon's can't sleep on Tulane in that one. Dan Lanning's going to have to get his guys ready to play, and Oregon plays a lot like North Texas plays on offense. The air raid, throwing the football a ton, great quarterback play, and Tulane showed on defense, which has been the question mark, that they're able to stop a high-powered offense. I think Tulane has a serious chance to make some noise.
Yeah, and then on the other side, a great season for North Texas. I mean, thanks in large part to Drew Mestemaker, who was a catalyst for one of the best offenses in college football, right?
Yeah, Drew Mestemaker proved he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country this season. I mean, the completion percentage is 70%, 31-7 touchdown to interception ratio. He's so poised in the pocket. I got to call a couple of his games this year. I mean, the guy is an absolute gunslinger. His head coach, Eric Morris, who took the Oklahoma State job, has done a great job developing him. I mean, guys, Drew Mestemaker didn't start a single game in high school. Do you talk about a development job and really learning throughout your career how to play great quarterback play? That's what Drew Mestemaker has done.
Look, Drew Mestemaker has been sensational. Over 40, 100 yards. Look, the thing is, anytime you're a team and you got a young player, Drew Mestemaker is a freshman, you know what's going to happen. He put up these gaudy numbers. There's going to be a team out there calling Drew Mestemaker saying, we got a nice NIL package for you. We got some dollar signs that you like a lot more than being at North Texas. Obviously, we know his head coach goes to Oklahoma State, but if he goes with him, great. That probably was a package deal nonetheless. But if he goes with him, great. If not, there's going to be a bunch of schools out there clamoring for his services because he's that good and that efficient. And he's that young. Pay him for a couple of years.
Yeah, the 4,100 yards. I mean, this is all like coming into this game. The thing that really impressed me are the 4 interceptions that he had coming into tonight. And look, I know that he had a couple of, errant throws, but it's just a championship game. He's letting it all hang out, taking every chance he has to beat a playoff-ready, American champion in Tulane. But man, this young man was so impressive in terms of his ability to read and progress and deliver the football to where it needs to be. That process is the most underrated process in college football when you're talking about developing a quarterback. And those that can do it, those that can efficiently move through their progressions based upon the coverage that they see under pressure, that's a quarterback to me. So yeah, his future is bright. Whether it's here or at Oklahoma State or wherever he goes, the ceiling is really high for Drew Mestemaker.
Yeah, came into this game leading the FBS in passing yards and yards per attempt, and a young guy. Plenty more ahead for him. A great season though for both teams, and likely college football playoff berth for Tulane.